everyone, I'm Madison, and today I just wanted to go over a couple things that I do as a college student who doesn't exactly have a lot of money to be throwing around at organic products and such, and what I do to reduce my footprint on this planet. And it's just a couple simple things that maybe you want to implement into your life as well that will positively impact our earth. So, I'll start with a couple simple things. So, the last video I made was about my salt cup, menstrual cups in general actually, but I use the salt cup. I actually just got a new one. So I have two. I've got my original, the regular size salt cup, and then I got another regular size salt cup, but it is the flexible or soft version. So this is a new one they came out with, and basically the silicone is just more flexible. So this is brand new. Figured I would show you guys, but I'm excited to use this. I haven't yet. But I will possibly update you guys on how that goes. So using a menstrual cup is going to significantly decrease the amount of waste we use or put out into the world as females or menstruators. Females and menstruators put out into the world. So if this is something that you feel like you might be interested in, check out my last video and you can get some more details on this. I absolutely love it and I would recommend it to most menstruators out there. There are some drawbacks. So, okay, we're back. I'm sorry if the view just changed, but my phone fell and completely cracked the screen. So that's really disappointing, but we'll finish the video. So, yes, menstrual cups, great thing for the female population to take into consideration. I think this is an awesome way to reduce our negative impact on this earth. Another thing to do with periods, I use real organic cotton panty liners. So every once in a while, if I'm really busy and I'm not positive I'm going to be able to change my cup as frequently as necessary, I'll put a panty liner on. And I use these, and this is much better for the environment. It's made with responsibly sourced, certified organic cotton from Texas. And I've researched this company and I feel confident supporting them. So, moving on. Oh, also, I'm trying out, now that I'm in college and I can't just boil my cup whenever I want, I'm trying out the cup wash from Salt. So I will let you know how that goes and how I feel about it. I've not used it yet. So that will be to come. Also, next thing, I use a bamboo toothbrush. Comes in this cute little case. I got it off Amazon. I can link it for you guys. It came with 4 toothbrushes, and I think it was like $12, but I'm not positive. And so the first time I bought this, and it's a little bit more expensive, still definitely reasonable for a toothbrush, but it came with a case, and that's what I wanted. But after this, I can buy a pack of 40 toothbrushes for $8 or something, which is completely insane, and super awesome for a broke college student like me. But I've been loving them. They hold up really well. The bristles are charcoal, which is supposed to whiten your teeth as well, and it's just biodegradable. Same with the bamboo. So both the carrying case and the toothbrush are fully compostable, which is what I was looking for. So I will link this for you guys below, and that's just one thing to think about. Next, I use the Flamingo, I think it's called. I honestly don't know. I should know that. But this razor is they're not branded as better for the environment, I don't think, and I'm sure there's better options out there, but this is what I'm using currently. And the reason I like it is that this little section is all you're throwing out whenever you change out your razor. So even though it's still wasteful and I would love to get rid of that extra little bit of waste, it's better than getting a completely disposable razor that you're going to throw out every month or every 2 weeks. So that is what I use for a razor. Next, this is just an example of products you can look into or products you can buy that are simple and typically not overly expensive. But this is a biodegradable hairbrush that I got when I came to college because I needed a new hairbrush, and I figured while I'm at it, I might as well spend the extra dollar to make it biodegradable and good for our environment. So little things like this make a bigger impact than we believe or we would ever realize. So I think when you can, if it's financially possible and you're into this kind of thing, want to help our planet, think about products like this. And it's not too hard on the bank, I wouldn't say. So next, coconut oil. I'm gonna rave about this for a minute. So first of all, this comes in a glass jar. This is a new brand I'm using. Last time I used I'm not sure what brand it was, but I will link that one for you guys below. I liked it a lot, but this one was on sale, so I figured I'd try it. It's called Natural Love. It's organic coconut oil, so you want to make sure that it's 100% natural. This one is USDA organic approved. Read a little bit about it. I think most brands are pretty straightforward with what products they use. So this is 100% coconut oil. I use it for everything, literally. At home I used it for cooking. Now I'm not cooking as much. I can't even get this open. But I use this in my face wash. I use this, which I'll get to in a minute. I use this for lotion. I absolutely love it. Sometimes I'll use it in my hair, but with such, I already have very silky hair kind of, so I don't need it too often. But yeah, I absolutely love this. So that's another thing to think about is the container you're buying things in. So this is a glass container, which is going to be less of a negative impact on our planet than buying a plastic container. So, coconut oil, absolutely love it. Think about this. Next. So this is just a little leftover bottle that I use to make my own perfume. So I make my own perfume with just some water and essential oils, and I absolutely love it. All my friends at college have been raving about it. They'll come in and spray it on themselves. I actually started this because I wanted to make a little spray to spray on my bed at home just so that my room would smell nice, but then I started using it as a perfume and I love it. So two things with this is you can always try to find a way to make your own products, and I think that's so awesome and really fun to do, but also reusing bottles that you have had in the past. This was a perfume bottle and I'm reusing it for the same purpose, but it's not in the waste, so it's not in the waste bin, so that's awesome. Reuse your containers. And then last but not least, I make my own face wash and I absolutely love it. So for me, one thing that I focus on in my hygiene regimen is trying to leave my body regulating itself in a natural way. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the no poo movement, where you don't wash your hair as often or not at all. And basically the science behind that is that our body regulates the oils that are secreted for different purposes. So for our hair, there's a certain level of moisture that is normal, and when we're constantly washing our hair every single day, our body has to produce more and more of that, and so that's where we get the really oily hair for the most part. Obviously every person is different, but if you're washing your hair every single day, your body's going to create more of that oil, and therefore you're going to have to wash more, and it's an endless cycle. Whereas if you try not to wash your hair as frequently, your body will begin to regulate itself in a natural way again, where it's letting the normal amount or producing a more regulated amount of oils at a time. So same thing with your face. Your face is going to create a certain number of oils. Obviously this has a lot to do with hormones and everybody is different, but for me, I've tried a regulated skincare routine, hardcore kind of thing. I've never struggled too much with like acne, obviously at times, I'm a teenager, like things come into my life and stress and everything else, and I've struggled with that. But when I was trying to regulate a skincare routine, I felt like my skin was significantly less healthy, and that's just me. So I started using this mixture. I found it on Pinterest. Pinterest is an awesome place to find everything organic and natural and different ideas. So all it is coconut oil and baking soda, which are both natural things that are good for your body. There's no specific ratio of coconut oil to baking soda. Just when you're mixing it up, think about what your face needs. So for me, I'm kind of in the middle. My skin gets a little bit dry, and I feel like most of my like pimples and blemishes come from not exfoliating enough. So I put in like a decent amount of baking soda to where the graininess is going to exfoliate my face. But if you don't need as much exfoliation, then you can take down the amount of baking soda so that it's a smoother consistency and so forth. So just find that ratio that works for you, and I absolutely love it, and it's been amazing for my face. And also, I don't use it every day by any means. I use it when I feel like it's necessary, like I feel like my skin's getting dry or my forehead. It's mostly my forehead is the issue, but just I use it maybe twice a week. So, and that's all I do. And then sometimes I moisturize when I feel necessary and that sort of thing. So make your own body products if you can, hygiene products if you can. I use just the glass jar. I absolutely love it, and I've got a lot of things that I'm planning on trying out in the future. I think I'm going to try to make my own bronzer. I found a recipe for that, so if I ever end up getting to that point where I have enough time in college and I can go to the store, I'll do that and check it out, and a couple other things, and I will let you guys know. So yeah, I appreciate you watching this video. If these are things that interest you, let me know how you feel about it, and yeah, I'm just super passionate and excited to share this with you guys. I think it's hard as a college student just because our budgets are limited, and even if we're in a good place financially, we're at a place in our lives where we want to be saving. So it's a balance that each individual has to learn for themselves, is how much do I want to put into saving our planet and still being happy and saving the amount of money that I want to save. Because it's true, like buying organic, natural, earth healthy products is very expensive, and that's kind of sad to me, but it's the reality. So whatever each individual person can do is amazing, and I love that. So thank you for watching, and I'm sure I will be making another video for you guys soon. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, bye.